Clarke County Eagles worked hard in the off-season in the weight room. They also attended 7-on-7 passing drills held at Millbrook High School in the month of June. The drills were attended by Clarke County, Millbrook, James Wood, Sharando, Skyline, and Warren County. The drills were a valuable asset to the Eagles' passing game and gave them a head start heading into the summer practice sessions. Videos of the complete drills can be seen at ClarkeCountySports.com. The Eagles practiced hard over the summer, starting off with their conditioning practices in heats of nearly 100 degrees, followed up by the two-a-days. The Eagles worked hard, practicing twice a day over the summer, preparing them for their two scrimmages against Dominion and James Wood. It was a great summer for the Eagles, and they all worked hard in the sweltering heat. The Eagles looked impressive as they scrimmaged two 4A schools, first traveling to Sterling Park to face the Dominion Titans, and then returning home to the Felt to host the James Wood Colonels. Coach Casey Childs was pleased with the performance. There is room for improvement, but it's been a good season for the two scrimmages, and they're looking forward to their first game against Rockledge. Can be seen in their entirety at ClarkeCountySports.com.
This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports and ClarkeCountySports.com. We're here on the practice field at Clarke County High School in Berryville, Virginia, as the 2024 Eagles are out on the field. Just finished up a walkthrough and looked at some film for James Wood scrimmage. They're almost done. We're going to try to get the captains and speak with them before they get out of here. This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports. We're here with one of this year's 2024 captains for the Eagles football team, Wyatt T.R. Palmer. Wyatt, first of all, how's it feel to complete this hard summer practice?
It was, through the summer, it was hard to get through. It was really a mental game. Coming off of last season, we knew we had to improve. So we came in with a mindset we just couldn't stop no matter what we were doing. And it just made us better in the long run. We'll come ready this season.
And I know you're a team guy, but now you got a big opening with Carson and Will graduating. I'm sure your touches are going to go up. How are you feeling about that?
Excited, just ready to show people what I can finally do. Getting the touches I feel like I should deserve. So it will be fun to show everyone what I can do this year.
And how you feel about the upcoming season? You lost a lot of your linemen, but most of the skill guys are back. What's your thoughts on things, just in general, for the upcoming season?
I feel like we're coming in strong, a lot stronger than we thought we would be. We lost a lot of people up front from last year that was a really big impact for our team last year. So it was hard coming into this season. No, we didn't have those people to step up, but we have people, younger people that stepped up, like Brady McDonald's doing a really good job, Joe Stem, people like that in the younger grades stepping up. So.
All right, well, you heard that from one of the captains, Wyatt Palmer, and we'll see you in a couple nights down in Ashburn. It's Moe Murphy for Clarke County Sports.
Thank you, Moe.
Thanks a lot. Yes, sir. We're here with quarterback and defensive back Tanner Sipe, one of the captains for the 2024 Eagles. Tanner, how's it feel to get that summer training camp over with?
Yeah, obviously it's great all camp. You just know the season's coming up, so that's what you motivate yourself to do during all the sprints. You just think about games are coming and our scrimmages. Thought they were great. Just really excited to get the season going.
Yeah, and it seemed to start with the 7-on-7s. You guys really look like you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean, we enjoyed it. I think it helped us out tremendously. I think, especially showed in our scrimmages, we were way more comfortable throwing the ball, catching the ball, running routes compared to last year. I think it really helped us out.
And you got some different guys to look over top of this year. How you think the new line guys are going to fill in?
Yeah, it's definitely a setback from last year. We had a really strong old line last year. We lost a lot of them, but I mean, some of these young guys are stepping up. They looked all right in the scrimmages so far. Practice, they're working hard, so I think we'll be good.
And how you feel about going down, hitting the artificial turf Thursday night in Ashburn?
Yeah, it's always fun to play at these nicer, bigger schools, nice field. We feel like from where we come from, it's not nearly as big of a score as many people in the crowd, but I think we'll definitely show them what we can do.
All right, well, you heard that from Tanner Sipe, one of this year's captains and leaders of this team. For Clarke County Sports, it's Moe Murphy. We're here with one of the 2024 captains, Wilson Taylor, who is a leader and getting a lot of action this year on the receiving end. Wilson, can you just talk about how it feels to finally get over this summer practice?
Yeah, every day coming out here, it's not the best, not the most fun, but you're just thinking about playing your first game every single day, and it's all worth it as soon as it's Friday night and you're playing.
And like I said, TR with Will and Carson graduating, that's going to open up a lot more touches for you guys. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm excited to switch over from black and back to wing back, hopefully get more touches there. But, I mean, two big losses we're losing with Carson and Will. Hopefully me and Wyatt can fill their shoes.
Well, that's one of our strong points. The backs have always come in and stepped up. How you feel about Rock Ridge? You played against them last year.
Yeah, I think if we go down there, do what we do, handle business, I think we should come out on top, no problem.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but is this your first year of doing the long snapping on the kicks?
Yes, it is. Hopefully all those are clean Thursday night, and we have no problems with that. Definitely be working on it this week some more.
All right, well, you heard that from Wilson Taylor. He's a two-way player that's one of the leaders on this team, and we'll see him on Thursday night. For Clarke County Sports, it's Moe Murphy. This is Moe Murphy. We're here with Carson Chen, one of the 2024 Clarke County Eagle captains on this football team. I asked the other guys, Carson, how does it feel to get through that final summer, like training camp type practices?
Yeah, it's a bittersweet feeling, definitely, knowing it's our last time coming out here. But we got big shoes to fill with the older guys leaving, so that was a nice group of leadership that we had last year. So we got to make sure we keep that tradition up and going for, all these younger guys coming out, especially in the summer. That's our prime time of work and making sure we're getting ready for the season. We kind of feel the effects of it. Like practices like today, it's kind of an easy feeling coming out here and doing, those conditioning sessions that we had during the summer that, it felt hard in August, early August when we first came out here. But, it's a lot easier now coming out, knowing what our deal is, what our goal in mind is every single day. It's win every single week from here on out, build off of everything that we've got planned. So it's a good feeling to have, being a leader out here and, finally that we have a good group. We got a good family around here also.
Right, and I mean, everybody knows, no questions to ask you about your defensive play, but going to the 7-on-7s and the scrimmages, it looks like maybe you'll get some more targets as a receiver. How you feel about that?
Yeah, a lot of work's paid off in the off season. Also, with Coach Jarvis getting in the weight room, working on our athletic ability, things like that. So I feel great out here. I feel free, things like that. I'm able to move across the field, especially an emphasis of crossing the field on some routes that we've implemented now. We're going to take advantage of our athletic ability that we've got now, especially in the district that we've got. We feel that we are probably the most athletic team out here, and every single week that we face a new team, we still feel like we can out-athlete everybody, but also in the weight room with works like that, we can still, punch you in the mouth and win the line of scrimmage after every single play. So it's a good feeling to have, being able to work our playbook, expand on things like that.
Right.
So it's going to be exciting this year, definitely.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting Thursday. It's a nice stadium, artificial turf, big crowds. It's going to be kind of electric. Big airplanes flying over from Dulles. So how you feel about going down there? We played them. We handled them pretty good last year.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling, always to go over the mountain, play some big boy football, or so they say, with the 4As. Loudoun County, it's fun going over there. They're the more athletic teams flying across the turf fields, like you said. So we'll see what we can do. It's going to be an exciting game. We'll be solid on defense. That's our point of emphasis. We got to stop the run, be able to sack the quarterback, make sure we don't let up the big plays that happened. A few days ago we experienced that. So we just got to clean some of the small things up, that we see over film. We'll get our things together. Yeah, we'll be able to fly across the field, and it's going to be a fun night, definitely.
And finally, first, congratulations. And can you just briefly tell us a little bit about Frostburg State? I've been going past that school all my life.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was a fun night, definitely. I think if I didn't go out there, I probably wouldn't have gotten noticed. I was lucky, able to take the opportunity. I heavy emphasis on that. Anybody that's trying to get looked at or things like that, the young guys coming into the high school, you got to be able to work in the off season, take advantage of getting your name out there, getting the spotlight on you no matter where you go and get looked at. Even if it's a small school, not a Division I powerhouse, Power 5 school, you don't have to go and get looks at like that.
It's
so,
a good school.
Yeah, it's a good thing to build off of, and we'll be working hard and trying to build off of getting an offer again. I got to go back this season, probably go watch Booker. Actually, he's at Fairmont, so they'll come to Frostburg. It'll be a fun time. Go and see the campus once again and get a good feel of the team actually, and see what I want to do in the future.
All right, Carson. Well, it's good talking to you. We're looking forward to seeing you on Thursday night. For Clarke County Sports, this is Moe Murphy with Carson Chin.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
This is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports and ClarkeCountySports.com. We're here at Clarke County High School in Berryville, Virginia, with the Eagles athletic director and head football coach Casey Childs as they prepare to start their 2024 football season. As always, we'd like to have a little talk before the first game. Nice seeing you again, Casey. Been seeing you a lot. This is the first year that I've been able to attend most of the practices, so I got a little heads up on things. But can I just get your overall thoughts on, the weightlifting during the winter and the 7-on-7 and how things have went this summer?
Yeah, I think it's been a great off season. Having Coach Dave Jarvis take over a lot of the weight training stuff for the entire county. He's very knowledgeable, brought a lot of new ideas and concepts to what we're doing. So he's actually taken over the in-portion part of our in-season workouts too. So that part I'm really happy with. We're entering the in-season part of our lifting phases as well, and it's something that we do a lot of during the season is to lift, because it's important to stay strong during the season as well. So that's been great. The 7-on-7 back in June was a lot of fun for the kids. Us coaches enjoyed it. It was about a month long. I think we were against Jameswood, Millbrook, Sarando, Warren County, Skyline. It was all the local schools. And we held up and competed very nicely in that, and of course all of them bigger than us. But our kids really did a good job with that, and we were able to get a lot of our ideas and concepts in with our coverage schemes and a lot of our passing game stuff too. And fortunately, we're pretty athletic with some kids too that we were able to match up and play. So that was great. It was also just a chance to get the ball in the kids' hands again and play a little bit of football before we really get started. And then of course, I think the last part was after the scrimmages. And we had a great start to camp, and the first scrimmage we were down at Dominion, and I thought we really did a really good job of maintaining and the line of scrimmage, and we're able to do what we like to do. And then Friday night against Jameswood, I thought it was kind of a weird beginning of it. Both teams had so many penalties, holding calls, and we all had our practice stuff on, so like knee pads. It was just really neither team could really get into a flow. But that's neither here nor there. But I think once I think the first time we had the ball, probably got like 67 yards rushing, and then we had 40 yards of penalties. But I thought when we took care of the ball in regards to not having penalties, I thought we were able to do what we typically do, and that's drive the ball down the field. And then I think we had a really good job with we went under a minute to go in that first half when the starters, so to speak, and the varsity kids were playing still. We took the ball down and scored there at the end. And then, defensively, I thought we didn't tackle well in the beginning, but I thought we got really a lot better at it as we continued to play. We busted a coverage one time, but James Woods has some good athletes too, and some good size. So it was a great scrimmage. Wish those guys the best of luck. And now that we're where we're at, I'm looking forward to the start of this season.
The one thing I picked up on, it seemed like you guys improved a lot from Dominion to James Wood on you. You had a lot of high snaps.
Yeah. We got, yes, what was really some of our younger kids with the snapping. So what we were able to do was we actually moved another guy, our depth chart, moved him from playing guard a little bit, moved him to center, and that helped that part of it out as well. So I thought that was key. And then of course with our starting offense, Wyatt did a good job of snapping the whole time. So that was also a plus as well to see that.
And can you just touch briefly on the key players that we have that be returning starters?
Yeah, I think it's no secret we return a lot of our skill kids that have been playing for so long. Some names that come to your head immediately. Quarterback and cornerback is Tanner Sight. You have Wilson Taylor, who went from blocking back last year. Now he's playing wing, and he also starts at one of our basically our safeties. Wyatt Palmer, he played a lot last year with a wing back, and our four back this year. He's playing a lot more with a four back position. He's also one of our safeties. You get those core kids back as your skill kids. You can do a lot of really good things, and then up front, we return two really good and key players. We took Messiah back at guard and defensive end, and I think he's probably one of the best defensive linemen and offensive linemen in the entire Bull Run district. So he's just a tremendous player. And then Carson Chin, you can't say enough about him. 4-year starter at linebacker, and he's 3-year starter at tight end. He's just he is sideline to sideline, and he just makes plays after play after play. So you return those kind of kids off of last year's team that were starters on both sides of the ball. So you've got a really good nucleus and core with that.
And I guess talking about Carson, I guess you've had some good talks with Frostburg State.
Yeah, he got offered at Frostburg State. So, and he's definitely, the way he plays, he's definitely a college player for sure. And so we're excited for him, and excited obviously to see what he actually decides to do.
And of course, you put the picture out, but can you just name the captains for me?
Yeah, the captains are Tanner Sight, Wyatt Palmer, Carson Chin, and then Wilson Taylor. So those, like I said, those four kids have been, those guys have been around for such a long time, and they do a great job. They're vocal, and they play so hard for us, and play such vital roles for our team that it's really a no-brainer for those kids.
And of course, being out of practice, I know you got a couple new punter and kicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Drake Barton is taking over kicking duties. And he's the goalie on the soccer team. Very strong leg, and he's getting better and better. It's just new to him.
Right.
So,
well, that's how we went.
Yeah, you get those guys out there, and we've got a great relationship with Patrick Casey, the soccer coach, and they're always getting us some guys out there, and the guys we get, they always love it. They come out, we take care of them, and they realize it's a lot of fun to be a part of. And then at punting, Connor Dennerson, who has been around for a number of years too, and we've gone to a rugby kind of punt, and he punts the ball very well when he's in that rugby. Good. So we're excited with those two guys are for sure.
And then can you just touch a little bit on some of the guys to look for that are moving up, maybe new or coming in from the JV?
Yeah, I think it's also no secret we lost a lot of linemen off of last year's team. We were pretty stout up front, and so that was like the who's going to play the offensive line and defensive line for us going into this August. So, the couple guys that really come out immediately is Joseph Stem. He has come such a long way. And he dealt with some injuries last year, and we're super excited where he's at right now. He's going to start at tackle, our unbalanced tackle, which pulls and traps and leads up. He's very athletic. He gets to the second level extremely well. And then he's also going to play we're going to rotate some guys up front on defense, but he's going to be one of the tackles. Wide Alder, moving into the center position and also playing some nose for us on defense. A very high motor kid that plays hard and gives you everything he's got, which that's all you can ask for. And we're really excited what he's doing. Ryan Handley is another kid who's going to play the other tight end opposite of Carson and play some defensive end as well. Extremely intelligent, aggressive, plays through the whistle. Just very quiet. I mean, you wouldn't even know he's out there, but he just does his job constantly. Zach Haggerty is another kid that was a backup last year that is just. He's just coming to his own, and he's going to play some guard and also play some defensive line. And he's one of those kids that can play pretty much anywhere up front, all four of the down line positions. So he's going to be a really good player. And then Brady McDonald, he's the biggest lineman we got, and he's gotten a lot more athletic. He plays baseball as well and moves extremely well. And he's going to play the inside tackle, which is the guy who has to do a lot of down blocking and back blocking for the guys that are pulling. So, and he plays some D tackle for us as well. So those guys right there, we're really looking forward to. And then you throw a couple other kids in. Will Vita at blocking back, and then some linebacker as well. He's another kid who's been in the system for so long, knows what he's doing, plays hard, very intelligent. And then one of the other couple of newcomers that did not play last year that are new to the teams, Lincoln Booker is one. Right. He's going to be a free safety and something we really needed, we desperately needed was another kid back in the secondary, and really, really happy. Plus, he'll see some time in the backfield too. And he's just the long line of the Booker kids that we've had.
It's a football family.
Yeah, they're a great family, and he's another just a great kid and good athlete. And then you get Jacob Poole is another kid who's been playing since in 8th grade. He's going to be in the secondary, and he knows what he's doing back there, and we're excited for him to get this opportunity. And then also really new to it, really a first-year football player that really shined Friday night. We're excited to see what he's going to go with is Cam McCarty.
Oh, yeah.
He's an athletic kid that we're going to put down and undersized, but his athleticism on the defensive line and what we like to do with our kids up front. He had a huge sack the other night, and
seems like he's got a lot of intensity.
Yeah, he has a big time motor and plays hard. So he's going to be in the mix as well, and we're liking how he's progressing as well as he's learning basically the game of football. But when we get him going in the right direction, he can really cause some havoc. So you get those kind of kids in there, and then there's also kids like we call him Cube. It's Brandon Merriman O'Banion. He's another kid that. He's always played special teams for us, and he's going to see some time at linebacker as well. So that's a lot of the kids you can look forward to. But we're going to play a lot of kids on both sides of the ball, so we're going to have some rotation pieces, and some of the guys I mentioned right there to give some guys a break as well.
And then pretty much schedules pretty much all the same teams we played last year. We'll just alternate where we go to.
Right.
Of course, I talked to you earlier about this, but we got 6 home games last year, but we're paying for it this year.
Yeah, we
are.
We're
playing 4 at home. Mm-hmm. And one game's almost, 200 miles, so you're going to be doing a lot of road warrior.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's sometimes where we're located, it's hard to, and basically we're the smallest school that's in our area, because we have all the 4As around, we have Loudoun County. So it's hard for us to get some games occasionally. Plus, we've been fortunate to be pretty good for as long as we have been. So it's harder to find some games. So you have to kind of search outside the box a little bit to get some stuff, and that's how that unbalanced schedule for this cycle happened. But we're going to be on the road quite a bit, and we're not going to be home for at least 3 weeks to start the season. So we're going to be on our kids. We're going to be able to play on the road and match other schools' intensity pretty early in the year for sure.
And then I know you told me the next 2 years, starting next season, we'll be picking up James Wood.
Yeah, we went back to
Central Lunenburg.
Yeah, Central Lunenburg, James Wood. It's a little bit different of dynamic with some of the schools that we're not playing King William, but we picked up Central Lunenburg. So but it's back to being 5-5 too. So it's a little bit, we won't have to worry about being that uneven schedule.
So, talk a little what you know about what to expect in the Bull Run District. I know, Mike, you stepped down at Central. Now I have a new coach. Don't know about the other schools' coaches, but what do you think the district's going to be like?
I think it's going to be a very talented district, just like it was last year. And teams like, for example, Central, they're always going to be Central. They're big. They're going to be athletic. And Rowdy Hoover took over those guys, and he was on the staff before. So I think they'll be very similar to what they have been. Trip Lamb took over at Strasburg from Mark Roller. They're going to be what they do. They're going to be the DT, with wide splits, and they're going to be really good. They've got a lot of young kids back, and their JV team for the last couple of years has been really good. So those two schools in the Valley are going to be obviously tough to reckon with. And then you get over in Madison County, and they've been up and coming for a number of years now, and they've had some really good JV teams, and those kids are now playing varsity. So they're going to be a handful. Luray was young,
right?
And Luray is really, really hard kids that come to play every Friday. They resemble us a lot with how they get up to football and play. And then, Page County, they've always been right in the same county with Luray. They're just going to have tough, hard-nosed, physical kids. So if you're not ready to play on a Friday night, you could be you could get your feelings hurt pretty good.
And I guess last but not least, we start on Thursday night, I guess still due to the ref shortage, down at Rock Ridge in Ashburn. We handled them pretty good last year. What's your thoughts on Thursday night's game?
Well, it's obviously different. You're starting on Thursday night, and it's the first game, so everybody's going to be excited for sure. And I know that we're already excited about it. We just had our coaches meeting this morning, bright and early this morning, and we had the film on them. We exchanged, and Rock Ridge is very athletic at the skill positions. They can run, and that's they're going to be a spread team, and they're going to get us. They're going to try to spread us all over the field, but they can run, quarterback can throw it. They're going to do some stuff inside. They're going to run some inside zones, some zone reads, and they're going to do some stuff that's we've got to be able to hold up front, because their line's going to be bigger than us. We're not overly big this year, but we're going to have to use our athleticism and control the line of scrimmage, and then play in the back end. And what we can't do is, like I said, we played pretty well in the secondary with our ones on Friday night against James Wood, who's the spread team as well. We busted the one coverage, which cost us a touchdown, but we can't do that. We can't have that happen again. So getting those things shored up, and then we have to do what we do offensively. We have to get off the football, which I thought we've done very well in two scrimmages. So I do think we'll continue to get off the football, and we've got to keep the ball on long, sustained drives, and then take advantage of that, because I know Rock Ridge is, in Loudon, not every team is kind of running the same kind of offense that we do. So it's going to be fun, and we're looking forward to the trip across the mountain.
Well, I can tell you, based on my 11 years working over there with security at Bowden Schools, it's going to be electric. It's a nice stadium. There's going to be a big crowd, and it's going to be a fun night for sure. And definitely, as always, we'll be there to cover you. So wrapping it up for the preseason show, this is Moe Murphy from Clarke County Sports with the Eagles head coach. And how many years now, Casey?
The head coach? It's my fifth, and then I've been here now since.
Go back all the way to Potomac Falls.
Yeah, all together, this was year 28.
Year 28.
Yeah, year 28, and I came home here to Clarke in 2007. So I've been around a long time.
Well, we plan to keep you. So we'll see you on Thursday night. Like I say, this is Moe Murphy with Clarke County Sports with the Eagles athletic director and head coach, Casey Dow.
Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it, Mike.
Thanks a lot. Clarke strong. Ring the bell.
That's right.